Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we are continuing our 5-year rebuild series here on the YouTube channel. Today, we are doing the Bowling Green Falcon. Now, look here, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, we rebuilt the Bowling Green Falcons, and you're like, Greg, you're already rebuilding them with 26. You're damn right I am. Not only for Bowling Green, but for two people. We're doing it for Matthew Kennedy. Shout out Matt Kennedy. Link to his YouTube down in the description. As well, we're going to be doing it for the new head coach, Eddie George. That's right, Eddie George is now the new head coach of Bowling Green. Until I played this game, that was how I found out he was the coach, so we're going to be doing it for him. Anyway, Bowling Green, we're doing them again, yes. Yeah, I know, we were going to do the teams revealed first, but I want to do a MAC team, so I felt Bowling Green was the team. Anyway, there are 67 overall, 69 offense, 66 defense. They run the multiple offense and a 4-2-5 defense. And ladies and gentlemen, we normally do a custom coach, but for this 5-year rebuild, we're going to be using the current head coach, Eddie George. So let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Bowling Green roster. We have Drew Pine, who was the Notre Dame quarterback, transferred to Missouri, then transferred to Bowling Green this past year. And his deal breaker is pro potential, so he'll probably transfer. We got Dante Young, and then these two guys. Running backs, we have Chris McMillan, Mikael Porter, and these guys. I have no clue who they are. Fullback, we have Randy Davis and Eric. Receiver, we have R.J. Garcia II, Brennan Ridley, Finn Hogan, Alan Middleton, and a bunch of guys I have no clue about. Tight end, we have Arliss Boardingham. I think he was a transfer from one other school. I can't put my finger on it, though. Maybe the whole portal is just bugging my mind. Bunch of other guys there. We have Funday as our starting left tackle. Left guard, we have Andrew. Then Jake Burns is the starting center. Right guard, we have Alex. Nate is our starting right tackle. We have Cornelius Apachong. He was a beast, I believe, it was either Bowling Green or UCLA. I can't put my finger on him. He's here. We got to get that playing style up, though. We have Booker and Wall. Right end, we have Justin and Miles Bradley. I think he was good, too, in our Bowling Green. Maybe it was another rebuild, but I don't know. Garrison McNeil there. Evan Branch Hayes and Justin Owens there at the tackle. We have Andrew Hines III as our Sam. Donnie as our starting Mike. Garretian Lamperon as our starting Will. Cornerback, we have JoJo Johnson, Jace Hicks, Mr. Pasquale, and Mr. Parks, and then a bunch of other guys. Free safety, we have Randall Austin, Jaquan Bosick. I think, was he on Bowling Green last year? I don't freaking remember. And then we have Darius Wafaris as our starting shot safety. We have a kicker, and we have a punter. We're probably going to need one of those. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got to recruit, so let's go recruit. Let's go. Lee commits are ready, baby. Let's go. Lee Pierre committed. Ralph Monk committed. Silas Rotto committed. Levi Middleton committed. Quincy Office committed. Craig Ogle committed. Deontay Tilley committed. And ladies and gentlemen, in our first year, we're going to be going to the MAC Championship taking on the Toledo Rockets. Dennis Seubert committed. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Heisman Trophy winner is Cade Klubnik. Quarterback of Clemson, he had 4,820 yards, 45 touchdowns, and a 64% completion percentage. Ladies and gentlemen, I accidentally skipped the screen, but we're going to be going to the Arizona Bowl, taking on the Boise State Broncos. And ladies and gentlemen, we get our ass kicked, 35-7. Great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year one stats of Drew Pine, 273 for 442, 61% completion percentage, 3,346 yards, 23 tutties, and 2 picks. Rushing, McMillan, 129 for 588, 3 tutties. Porter, 116 for 433, 5 tutties. Pine, 103 for 237, 4 tutties. Naki, 50 for 127, 2 tutties. Austin, 46 for 123, 2 tutties. Randy, 1 for 1. How about the receiving here? R.J. Garcia, 6'9 for 898, 1 tutty. Finn Hogan, 48 for 756, 8 tutties. Brennan, 57 for 688, 6 tutties. Arliss, 44 for 563, 5 tutties. Allen, 10 for 136. Porter, 16 for 101, 1 tutty. Chris, 10 for 60 with a tutty. Naki, 9 for 51. Austin, 6 for 50 with a tutty. Jacob Harris, 3 for 39. Bryce, 1 for 4. How about the defense here? 72 tackles for Jace Hicks, 71 by JoJo Johnson. Johnny with 65, 59 for Darius. Gideon, 55, 51 for Cornelius. 45 for Bosick. Pasquale, 43, 41 for Austin. Tackles lost 5 by Collins and Van Booker. Will went 4-3 by Evan. Donnie Gideon, Chris, Justin, Dalen White, and Malik, all with 2. 1 by Pascal and Justin. Sacks, 2 by Bam Booker, 1 by Cornelius, Will Benson, Evan, Justin, and other Justin, Justin Owens, and Justin Eklund. Interceptions, 2 by Darius and 1 by Pascal. Obviously, a disappointing end of the year, losing in the MAC championship and getting our ass kicked in the Arizona Bowl, but we are on to year 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was Florida and Penn State in the Natty. How about Duke going all the way to the semifinal as a 5 seed? Holy crap. Louisville made it. Wow, what a start here in year 1. Penn State and Florida met, of course. Penn State wins 39-10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have some players wanting to transfer, but we were able to keep a few. We're losing a lot of people. We got to hit that transfer portal and fill these needs. George Hajarula Ahu committed. Delonte McCracken committed. Jaden Ball committed. Christopher McLaughlin committed. Devontae Armstrong committed. Troy Lloyd committed. Raekwon Arnetti committed. Zeke Waymore committed. John Weiss commits. Jaron Howell committed. Ashton Stamps committed. Deshario Riles committed. Michael Masanas committed. Cade Costas committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 39th best class in the nation. That's the best in the MAC. We are off to a strong start. Let's continue the momentum into year 2. Kareem Malik committed. Connor Fabian committed. Clifton Radigan committed. Rasheem Bullocks committed. Landon Duggins committed. Jordan Drogsama committed. Jose Neal committed. Antoine Colley committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We are going to the MAC Championship again, taking on the Akron Zips. Nick Johns committed. Mario Carrera committed. Warren Brutus committed. Sean Full committed. Sean Radigan committed. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 Heisman Trophy winner is Austin Simons. He had 4,129 yards, 30 tutties, and a 66% completion percentage. And we're going to be going to the 68 Ventures Bowl, taking on Marshall. And ladies and gentlemen, we lose a close one, 19-17. Damn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 2 stats. Drew Pine, 288 for 475, 60% completion percentage, 3,397 yards, 24 tutties, 8 picks. Rushing, Howell, 208 for 1,012, 18 tutties. Silas, 125 for 499, 1 tutty. Drew Pine, 106 for 211, 1 tutty. Chris, 30 for 139, 6 tutties. Potter, 19 for 84, 2 tutties. Naki, 4 for 7, and Allen, 1 for 1. How about receiving? Clay, 69 for 833, 8 tutties. Allen, 46 for 600, 6 tutties. Arliss, 44 521, 1 tutty. Deshaun, 26 409, 2 tutties. Ridley, 27 for 340, 2 tutties. Merck, 21 for 256, 1 tutty. Riles, 18 for 205, 1 tutty. Howell, 21 for 151, 1 tutty. Silas, 8 for 45. Porter, 2 for 50, 1 tutty. Naki, 2 for 8. Jacob Harris, 2 for 7, 1 tutty. Chris, 2 for 7. How about the defense here? 80 tackles for Gideon. Stamps with 66, 58 for TJ. Donnie, 55, 54 for Andrew. 50, 48 for Mr. Parks. Tackles lost Cornelius with 14, 11 by Craig, 5 by Justin Owens, Will Benson with 4, 3 for Gideon, Andrew, Levi, and Mr. White, and Bam Booker, 2 by Pasquale and Moses, 1 by Nelson, Austin, and Kostas. Sacks, we had 9.5 by Craig. He was a freshman, damn. 6 by Collins, 3 by Justin Owens, Bam Booker with 2, 1 by Gideon and Pasquale, half sack by Andrew Williams. Interceptions, we have 4 by Stamps, 1 by Williams, Parks, and Bozic. Year 2, once again, another disappointing end of the year, lost MAC, lost the bowl game. Let's get to year 3, please. And ladies and gentlemen, it was Michigan SMU in a thriller of a game, 37-34. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have some players leaving, but we got convinced some people to stay. That's good. Let's get to the portal and fill these needs up. Brandon Largent committed. Josh Holst committed. Max Wiesner committed. Jamerson Riggs committed. Matthew July committed. Parker Peterson committed. Marquise Davis committed. Mark Hensley committed. Desmond Stevens II committed. Everson Forrest committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 30th best class. Once again, the best in the MAC. We have gotten good recruits coming. Year 3, let's win the MAC. Eric Mutai committed. Tim Weidler committed. Jake Jarwin committed. Caleb Sproles committed. Xavier Neener, committed. Trevor Kilpatrick, committed. Spencer Bosby, committed. Sean Fuller, committed. Otis Kenoy, committed. Emmett Pitts, committed. Eric Small, committed. Bryce Masterd, committed. Rayshard Carmona, committed. Glenn Calcantara, committed. Brent Uwazarukai, committed. Deshaun Hurley, committed. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the MAC Championship, this time taking on Eastern Michigan. Owen Cavazos, committed. And ladies and gentlemen, we've finally done it. We have won the MAC. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2027 Heisman Trophy winner is Jalen Hale, receiver from Alabama. He had 121 receptions, 1,393 yards, and 21 tutties. And ladies and gentlemen, we have made the college football playoffs somehow here in year 3, and we'll be taking on the Florida Gators. And ladies and gentlemen, so close yet so far. We lose by 10 to Florida, but we'll get them next year, champ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 3 stats. Josh Holtz, 278 for 471, 59% completion percentage, 3,400 yards, 27 tutties, and 12 picks. Dante Young got a little playing time. How about rushing? Davis, 214 for 1,273, 7 tutties. Silas, 87 for 411, 3 tutties. Josh, 89 for 245, 5 tutties. Porter, 40 for 157, 6 tutties. Bullocks, 22 for 101 with a tutty. 15 for 76, 1 tutty by Howell. Jose, 1 for 2. How about receiving? Ridley, 68 for 888, 6 tutties. Jose, 53 for 753, 8 tutties. Clay, 52 for 688, 4 tutties. Max, 61 for 662, 6 tutties. Silas, 10 for 145 with a tutty. Merck, 10 for 140 with a tutty. Davis, 17 for 110. McNeil, 3 for 40. Bullocks, 5 for 40 with a tutty. Porter, 4 for 34. Howell, 1 for 12 with a tutty. Defensively, 112 tackles for Desmond Stevens II, 78 for TJ Nelson. Arnett with 73. Harris, 65, 63 for Duggins. George with 48, 44 for Collins. Craig with 41, tackles for loss, 15 by Collins. Craig with 13. Justin with 10, 6 by Desmond and Quincy, 4 by Mark. George with 3 along with Levi and Damian Wall. 2 by Landon and Tilly, 1 by Raekwon and Gavis. Sacks, 9 by Collins, 5.5 by Craig. Justin Owens with 5.5 as well. Quincy Office with 2.5, 2 by Mark and Damian Wall, 1 by Desmond and Tilly, half sack by George and Landon and Gavin. Interceptions, 3 by Desmond, Raekwon, 2 by Pasquale, 1 by Duggins and Nelson. We did a really good year here in year 3. Let's hopefully do good next year in year 4. And ladies and gentlemen, it was Georgia and Oregon meeting for the national title, with Georgia winning 50-35. Wow. Yeah, that just shows you how bad Florida is. They lost to Bama by 3. Fucking losers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we convinced some people to stay. The one bad part is Bullocks is going to be leaving us, and that sucks, man. It is what it is, though, on to year 4. Joel Henderson, committed. Marcus Moore Jr., committed. Zach Bandy, committed. Buck Moher, committed. Nick Griffin, committed. Raheem Reeves, committed. Jacory Stewart, committed. Dax Collins, committed. Jaden Walker, committed. Roger Rutter, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 20th best class in the nation here at Bowling Green. That's the best, again, in the MAC. We have some really talented players here. Let's go in year 4. Let's do something special. Dalvin Boyd, committed. Quan Wheeler, committed. DeAndre Trueblood, committed. Marquise Nealon, committed. All right, Kevin Washington, committed. Lamar Coco, committed. Jamie Landman, committed. Earl Harris, committed. Kona Chung, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we have once again made the MAC championship. This time, I'm going to be taking on Eastern Michigan. Frederick Ruggins, committed. Devin Phillip, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally did it. We have won the MAC. Cortez Riggins, committed. Darren Ogbog Ben-Miga commits. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2028 Heisman Trophy winner is Tavian St. Clair, quarterback of Utah. He had 3,560 yards, 33 tutties, and a 66% completion percentage. And ladies and gentlemen, we have once again made the college football playoff. And we're going to be taking on the Miami Hurricanes. And ladies and gentlemen, we fall once again 38-22. Damn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 4 stats. Dante Young, 222 for 389, 57% completion percentage, 2,833 yards, 28 tutties, and 12 picks. Rushing, Davis, 183 for 928, 14 tutties. Silas, 122 for 497, 3 tutties. Dante Young, 104 for 213, 3 tutties. Porter, 25 for 109. Naki, 4 for 12. Jose, 5 for 8 with 2 tutties. Receiving, Neal, 50 for 872, 8 tutties. Colley, 45 for 698, 8 tutties. Clay, 38 for 543, 5 tutties. Ezra, 49 for 495, 4 tutties. Marquise Davis, 17 for 101 with a tutty. Silas, 11 for 64. Spencer, 7 for 31 with 1 tutty. Ed, 1 for 12. Mikel Porter, 2 for 9 with a tutty. Naki, 1 for 6. And then Fashawn Folk, 1 for 2. How about the defense here? 95 tackles for Jaden Walker. TJ Nelson, 56-51 for John. 48 for Landon. Gavin with 44. Same with Raekwon. And Craig Ogle with 44. 43 for George. Tackles lost 18 by Craig. Marcus Moore Jr. with 15. 12 by Raheem. Emmett with 10, along with Quincy Office. Walker with 8. 3 by Middleton. Nelson and Harris with 2 apiece, 1 by Raekwon, George, Xavier, and Mike. Sacks made 11.5 by Craig, 8 by Raheem. Office 3.5. Marcus Moore Jr. with 3, along with Pitts and Jaden Walker. Half sack by Harris and George. Interceptions, 2 by Walker and George, 1 by Gavin, TJ, Raekwon, and Landon. Let's get to the transfer portal and get some talented players. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was LSU, Oregon. The 2 best teams made it. And in the end, they battled it out with LSU winning 19-7. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we kept our cornerback right guard in another corner. Only problem is probably our 2 best running backs left us. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dennis St. John committed. Quincy Brown committed. Ty Soro commits. Josh Spalding committed. Lewis Dial committed. Timothy Toner committed. Tavon Swoop committed. Nick Farrow committed. Joe Derisaw committed. Dom Leon committed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 22nd best class in the nation. Once again, the best class in the MAC. We've recruited very, very well. We have had the best class in the MAC all 4 of our years recruiting. Time to put it together and put all the chips in the basket and go get a natty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, our final roster. Eric Small will be our starting quarterback. With the boost, he's playing up to an 83, but he's an 80 overall. I'm a little worried there. Running back, I'm a little worried. All of our running back are freshmen because all of our best running backs transferred, and Sean Folks is going to be the leader. Receivers, I like the receivers. I like where we're at, but I'm a little worried. Tight end, also a little worried. But this guy, Deshaun, is looking really good. Tackle, Warren's up to a 79. We also have Phillip. Left guard, Marquise is going to be the starter. We have Farrow playing at center. Dennis all the way up to an 84 with the boost. 86, our tackle. Brandon playing up to an 81. I like that. The defense is going to be the heart and soul of this team. Our defense is clearly better. Look at these 2 left ends. Look at our right end in Levi. He's got platinum option distributor. We also got Caleb. How about Quincy Office leading the D-tackle room? There are Sam Clifton up to an 88. George up to an 82. We also have these 2 other guys who are looking pretty good. How about Craig Ogle? He's up to a 93 with the boost, 90 overall currently. How about our cornerback rooms with the boost? Some of them are playing really good. Love to see that. Safety's a little worried about. We're going to be starting freshman Dalvin Boyd. Strong safety, we have Larry Yates. There's our kicker. And there is our punter. So without further ado, let's turn auto recruiting on. And let's, oh, no, wrong one. Auto recruiting on. Let's get the Civic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently 6-2 at 4 games to go. Is that going to be enough to make the playoff? I don't know. How is FIU 7-1? I don't know, but it is what it is. Let's get to the sim. And ladies and gentlemen, we have made the MAC championship, and this time we're taking on Central Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have won the MAC. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Oregon in the playoff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Oregon for the playoffs. We've been here before plenty of times. I'm sorry about my AC. You guys know I like to go to bed cold. If you know, you know, but Dude, we did our part. We just gotta believe. Well, that's all we can do is believe. Here we are, first and goal at the 1, down 7. Small, gonna hike it. I can't compete with this. I can't compete with this. Second and goal from the 4, Small. He caught it. Let's go. Touchdown. 3rd and 10. We got to get this close for a field goal. Here we go. Small. Over the middle. Nice throw. Let's go. That's a first down. 1st and 10. We can smell the red zone. Terrible fucking throw. But there's a flag on the play. Is that PI? Let's go. 1st and goal at the 2 after that PI call. Here we go. Small gets it to him. He's in. All right, 2nd and goal from the 1. I thought he was in, but I guess not. We somehow did that. I don't know how we did it, but we're fucking a magician. So here we go. All right, we have 6 seconds. Oh my God, we got a touchdown. We have the lead at half. Let's go. 3rd and 8 at the 40. Here we go. Let's go. That's a first down, baby. 1st and 10 at the 23. Here we go. Nice run by Folk. Let's go. We have a chance to take back the lead here. 1st and goal from the 2. He's in. Touchdown. Let's go. Bowling Green. Come on. 1st and goal now from the 7. 13 gonna go in motion. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. No, he doesn't. 2nd and goal from the 6. Here we go. Folks going nowhere. Goal from the 7. Falk. Oh my God, he broke a tackle. Oh, touchdown, Bowling Green. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We go on the road and we beat Oregon. We've won our first playoff game. We've been in this position 3 years in a row, including this year. We lost the other 2 years, and we just believe. We believe. We believe in Bowling Green. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get much easier. We're now going to the Orange Bowl, taking on Auburn. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Hard Rock at the Orange Bowl. Again, it doesn't get much easier. We're taking on the Auburn Tigers. We just gotta believe. I mean, we believed at Oregon. We're gonna have to believe now. I mean, there's nothing to say but just believe. All right, no stadium pulse this game. 3rd and 11. Here we go. Small. Got our guy, but is it picked? Nope, he drops it. 1st and goal in a 0-0 game right now. Here we go. Small. Hands it off to Folk. It's going to be a gain of 4. Small. Hands it to this bum, and he gets a floss of 3. 3rd and goal from the 8. Here we go. Small. He's going to get it close. 3rd and 10 at the 30. Come on, Small. Got a man. We got him wide open. That was too easy. Touchdown to Bowling Green. 3rd and 5. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Oh my God, I love you. I love you, Kali. 1st and goal at the score. We got to score. A touchdown would be great here. Small can't run away. All right, 2nd and goal. Can our O-line hold up? Kali. This fucking game sucks. Larry Yates comes up clutch. 1st and goal at the 8. 2nd and goal from the 8. Here we go. Small. Folk. Come on. Give me some blocks. All right. 3rd and goal from the 6. Here we go. Small. He had a 1 ahead. I fucking hate this fucking game. I hate this motherfucking game. We can't win. We can't fucking win. Let me tell you something, man. We're 6 5-year rebuilds in. We've been the 1 natty. We haven't even won a national champion. I don't know what it is to feel like to be a national champion, bro. I mean, the CPU on Heisman is fucking no joke. We can't fucking recruit. Every recruit I try to go for, the CPU just whips their dick on the table. I knew this team. I mean, I wanted to believe like all you, but this team sucks. Honestly, this offense is trash. Eric Small was the only quarterback we could get. If you were watching the live stream, I was in on like 2 fucking quarterbacks, and they go to Ohio State and fucking Tennessee and shit. Running back, of course, the fucking transportal guts us. We lose our 2 best backs. Our receivers weren't bad, but like they're fucking not in the 80s. Our tight end was fucking useless. This fucking offensive line, fucking atrocious. I thought we did pretty good. Our defense, I mean, that was the best part of the team, and they couldn't get a stop when it matters most. We can't win. I don't know what we need to do. Do we lower the difficulty from Heisman to All-American? I don't think so. I think that's some pussy shit, but, you know, we may have to. I don't know. I don't know what we need to do to win a natty. I really don't know. Do we got to recruit better? I think I'm getting the handle of recruiting. I just don't know. It's like we can't fucking compete with these fucking big schools. They fucking just whip their dick out, take our recruits, and then our recruits we get, you know, they come to our school, they get good, then they fucking transfer because our conference prestige is fucking dog shit. Or they transfer because fucking who knows what. I don't know what we need to do. Comment down below. What should we make any changes or just keep going what we're doing? I don't know what to do. I'm just heartbroken and sad. We haven't won a natty. I don't know what it feels like to win a natty in this game right now. It's just it's sad. I'm heartbroken. But ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed, hit like, hit subscribe. I failed Matt Kennedy once again. I failed Matt Kennedy and Bowling Green again, bro. It's just I don't know what to do. I really don't know. But we failed them again, man. It's just we'll get them next year, man. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Hit like and subscribe. When you hit like and subscribe, motivate me to keep doing it. I hope you all have a great day or have a great night, depending on when you're watching this. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.